Safaii and I'm a registered dietitian. Today I'm going to teach you how to make the ultimate ginger cookie using stevia instead of sugar. And these are great if you have diabetes because they're considered sugar-free cookies. They're not totally sugar-free. I mean, there's still some carbs in them, but we're going to take an old recipe, we're going to add whole wheat flour, and we're going to substitute agave for molasses, and we're going to substitute stevia for the sugar. So the first thing that we're going to do, just like any cookie recipe, is we're going to take our butter, and we're going to take 1/4 cup of butter, put it into our mixing bowl, and then we're going to, like we normally do, we're going to put in our sugar, and we're going to blend it. I'm not using a mixer today, I'm just using my spoon here because it gets noisy. So you're going to blend this together. Ideally, if you have a blender, it's going to just be really quick. Blend that up, cream it, and get it nice and creamy. And then we're going to add our egg. Oops, going out of the bowl here a little bit. Going to add your egg to this mixture. Now, stevia is has a little bit different consistency than regular sugar. It just won't give you quite as creamy of a texture, and it's a little bit more challenging to blend. So be patient, but it will work. So we're going to blend that up. Now, normally with ginger cookies, you want molasses, but molasses is very, very high in carbs and very high in sugar. So we don't want that. Instead, we're going to use this new product. Well, it's not a new product. It's actually been around for a long time, but you can get it's just about everywhere, and it's agave nectar. So I poured some agave nectar. I'm using about 1/4 of a cup of agave nectar to substitute in for my molasses. And what that does is it not only adds moisture back into the cookie, because you've taken it out with a lot of the sugar, because sugar holds in the moisture. So you're adding this back in, and you're adding a little bit of sweetness. Okay, so we've got that. Now we're going to add our flour. Now, here's the trick. I know that most of the times when you're doing ginger cookies, you use white flour, but when you have diabetes, you want to be very clear that you're getting more fiber. The more fiber you have, the lower the speed of the blood sugar from the flour will be absorbed. So it will slow down absorption and ultimately slow down the rise in your blood sugar. So we're going to use a combination of whole wheat flour and white flour. I don't use just whole wheat flour because they can tend to be not quite as tender, but I like to do a mixture, a combination of half and half. So you mix that together, and then we're going to add our baking soda, and we've got that at about 2 teaspoons of baking soda. Okay, what else do we have here? We've got a little bit of ground ginger, and that's about 1 teaspoon of ground ginger, teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/2 teaspoon of mace, not too much mace. That gives it that really spicy, unique ginger cookie recipe. So we're going to mix that all up, and then I'm going to set that aside because I already have some mixed up here. So once you mix it up, you're going to refrigerate it for about 30 minutes. I've got it refrigerated 30 minutes right here, and then what I'm going to do is roll it into a ball. And I'm going to roll the ball in, you guessed it, stevia. So you can either roll them or you can make them flat. Either way, they come out really tender and really delicious. So for right now, I'm going to roll these. These are great cookies for the Christmas season and holiday season. Everybody loves ginger cookies. Some people make gingerbread. I always like to make ginger cookies. Okay, so we're going to roll these like this. I'm going to set that aside. You get the idea what we're doing here. Set them on a cookie tray. Bake for about 7 to 10 minutes. Now the thing with stevia is you don't want to over bake them because they can get hard. And again, you've taken away some of the moisture, so you're going to really need to watch them to make sure that they come out nice and tender and not too tough, and you want them to be a little bit squishy on the inside. So I'm going to stick these in the oven. And like magic, here we have them. Delicious. These are the round ones. These are the flat ones. And you can see how moist they are and delicious. So Have a wonderful time baking this recipe. It's one of my favorites.